Welcome into today's broadcast right here at Cog Hill Farm. Now, Peaches wouldn't let Nugget into the house for this episode, so here's Jason, Brooke, and our chicken master, Marycarl.
What is up, guys? This is another episode of the Cogcast podcast. I think this is episode number 12.
We've been doing 12?
We've done 12 so far.
It doesn't seem like that many.
12.
Does it to you, Marycarl?
Not at all.
And, of course, this is Jason, Marycarl, and Brooke, a.k.a. Mrs. Cog Hill. We have, just an announcement, we are starting to do 2 of these a week now. If you did miss that one, we did one on Monday. And so we're doing like a recap of the vlog and getting deeper discussion in that on Monday. And we're doing question and answers on Monday. So if you haven't seen that, check that out.
Also, we have a special guest.
Who is that?
Is Cheryl the Silky.
Cheryl the Silky. Tell us about Cheryl the Silky.
Cheryl is about 4 years old. She was one of my first Silkies, actually. She is a bearded white Silky. You can see her hair is quite big. And she actually had a bath today and a little brush.
And what makes a bearded Silky a bearded Silky?
Well, they have extremely large head muffs. I don't know what you'd call it. A large tuft on their head. And also, it's on their chin. It's like fluff coming off their chin that's long.
So, Daddy is a bearded Silky.
I'm a bearded Silky.
I still don't know the difference. I mean, I can look at her Silkies and I just think to I might think out loud, that one's a beautiful Silky, and Marycarl might say, yeah, it's not bearded, but it sure is pretty.
Yeah.
And I can't see the difference, really.
And there is several different types of Silkies, like feather patterns. There are Sizzles, which are satin. Well, they're satins, Sizzles, Showgirls, and what was the last one? I can't remember the last one.
Frizzles?
No. What is it?
Sizzle?
I said that. And Silkies.
Oh, just the plain one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And a satin is a normal feathered, like your normal Rhode Island Red or whatever kind of chicken you want to think of, but that normal feather pattern. Just no silky, no frizzle, just
It looks
normal.
like a regular chicken.
Yes.
Except other things.
Yeah, it has silky features like the head, the poofy head, 5 toes, which most I can't talk today. Most chickens do not have 5 toes. They only have 4. Silkies also have blue or black skin. Their bones are also blue or black. I can show you here on Cheryl if you can see her face, but you see her beak.
It's black.
Yeah, it's a bluish black, and under her wings you can't really see, but you see her feet, they're black.
Mm-hmm.
And she has 5 toes?
Yes.
She has 5 toes.
And if she doesn't, does that mean more than likely she's not full-blooded? There's some
Nope.
mix in there somewhere?
It does not. It just means you don't have a very good silky gene.
Oh,
Okay. You wouldn't want to show that one.
No, I actually do have a few that have only 4 toes, and I have one that has 6 toes and one with 4 toes on the other foot.
You talking about your mama?
No.
No.
You talking about Mama's 6 toes?
I really don't. But those of you that do, we're okay with you. 6 toes are cool. Huh. And then her ears are blue, is that right?
Yes.
Like electric
they
blue.
have electric blue ears.
And that's all Silkies.
Yes.
Can you see her ears?
She's got so much fuzz. you
Yeah, it's
can't
hard to
hardly
see her
it.
ears.
And plus you've only got 2 hands and you got
Mic
cord
cords.
that's-
And
See if Daddy can help you.
Oh, there they are. Partially.
you fixing to knock the mic over.
That's
I don't want
okay.
you to do that.
Maybe we can take a picture of them and add it
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. I think they could see it.
They may could have seen it.
But Silkies originated in China, well, Asia in general. I'm pretty sure it's China. But when Marco Polo went to Asia, he brought back the first Silkies and brought them to England. They are
Extremely old breed.
Yes. There are Cochin's, which are a Bantam breed, and they are what you call an original Bantam. I can't remember what the proper name is. But there are like 6 species of original Bantams, and Silkies and Cochin's are 2 of those. I'm not sure if it's actually 6. It's a few, though. Silkies come in numerous colors. This Cheryl is a white color. They are black, blue porcelain or blue cream, buff, gray, partridge splash, paint white, mottled, lavender, and lavender splash. Lavender splash is a super duper rare color.
I want you to say that backwards.
I don't think I can.
I was like, what? That's a lot of colors.
It is.
It is. And then there's like a mix of colors. You can like breed a lavender probably with a paint and might get a lavender paint. And I actually have a showgirl. It's a lavender paint. She's one of my younger ones. She doesn't have a name yet. A lot of my Silkies don't have name yet because I have so many.
And the showgirl has the naked neck.
Yes, I was telling you about the different types of Silkies. There's satin, which is a smooth, normal feathered Silky. Then there's a Silky, which is just like Cheryl here, just a silky feather puffy chicken. There's a showgirl, which could be a satin, could be a frizzle, sizzle, or it could be a silky feather pattern with a naked neck. Then there's the Sizzle, and the Sizzle has flipped up feathers. And how you get a Sizzle is you breed a frizzled Cochin with a Silky, and it has flipped up feathers. And I don't know if you've ever watched our videos, but April is our hen, our first Sizzle hen. She is a gray. I'm not for sure the real color of her because I don't know her background and what colors Sizzles really are, because it's like a frizzled Cochin, if you know what that is. But they lay not many eggs as you would expect. They only lay about 100 eggs a year, and their eggs are a little cream, a white cream color. But some of my Sizzles lay a pink egg, which I thought was weird. I guess it's because the Cochin in it, and Cochins lay a pinkish egg. The roosters aren't really as aggressive as most Bantams and most roosters in general.
You know, come to think about it, I don't think I've ever seen spurs on a Sizzle rooster. I'm sure they got them, but I just don't remember seeing them on our roosters.
And you know, I think
Silky
that's
roosters.
probably about the only breed of chicken that we have that you really, at say 6 months of age, you can't tell if it's a rooster or a hen.
It's very tough. It's very, very tough.
I actually have one that's like 4 months old, and he's growing, which is really weird.
But would you know if it was a hen or a rooster before that fella crowed?
Yes, because he has that ginormous comb.
Yeah,
And
that's
Silky,
about the only way to tell, isn't it?
Yes, a crow, an egg, or a ginormous comb. And Silkies have a walnut comb, which resembles a walnut. Let me see.
Kind of pull her hair back,
is
Tyson.
super little because she's a hen.
Yeah.
But Twix has a nice big comb.
Yeah.
And that's a female as well.
Yes, and
So you really can't go by that, right?
Yeah, but the roosters tend to look like their comb is swollen. It's so big.
They look like aliens.
Yeah.
They really do. They look like
just
something
heard
off Star
button.
Trek. Yeah.
Well, so Silky is your favorite breed of chicken?
It is.
And why?
They're really interesting to me. I like old breeds of chickens. Silkies are really beautiful, in my opinion. They're super duper friendly.
Very friendly.
The chicks are funny looking. They have a little bump on the top of their head where their crest is going to be. And I'm always like, oh, I think that one's going to be a bearded one because its little bump is so big.
And you like the bearded over the non-bearded?
Yes. Beardeds are just absolutely beautiful. You can see Cheryl here. Twix is kind of in between. She's got a little fluff coming down from there, but her crest is super big. You can see Cheryl's wings here, and they cannot fly very well.
No.
Like, you have to put your roost 8 inches or lower.
Because they can't get up on something.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're hoppers, aren't they?
Yeah,
Jumpers.
they flap their little wings, but they can't really.
Well, I heard you make a comment this morning when you were bathing, Cheryl. You said, Cheryl, I see your eyes. I had never seen your eyes before.
And Silkies also have dark eye colors. They are just so dark skinned, and the black ones are so cool because they almost look solid black. They pretty much are, except for their organs. It's like an I am Samani, but I am Samanis have black organs, I'm pretty sure. If they weren't full-blooded, they wouldn't. But Cheryl is a Silky, and her organs are probably not black.
We're not going to find out, are we?
We're not
No.
gonna find out.
So what was the original purpose of a Silky?
It was a meat bird in Asia, and they are now a delicacy and purplish meat. I've heard people say that it's not the most flavorful meat, but I don't want to try it.
Why not, Marycarl? You've processed a mini chicken. You don't want to see what a Silky tastes like?
No.
I tell you one thing about them is they don't lay many eggs, but they are
Yes.
by far the most motherly chicken out there. If you are wanting to hatch eggs but are uncertain about incubators, or don't want to buy an incubator, or don't want to fool with an incubator, just buy you a Silky.
Well,
They're like pretty incubators.
They're like pretty incubators.
they are. And don't necessarily think that you're going to buy one and sit it on your eggs and it, automatically take them. Yeah, it might take it a little while to get adjusted
But
to want to see it. But eventually I can just about bet your bottom
almost
dollar they're going to
every
want to see it.
time, yes.
Last spring actually, Pebbles and Twix, which are two of my very most favorite Silkies, and they are both bearded, sat on about 20 eggs each. So it was like 40 eggs, and like 10 of them hatched.
Mm-hmm.
But they sat and sat and sat for like a month, more than months. It was like
Because the eggs are unfertile.
most eggs were
Oh, gotcha.
unfertile.
But they wouldn't get up.
No, they
They
would
wouldn't
not
get
get
up.
I
up.
remember
No.
you were scared that something was going to happen to them because they wouldn't even get down to
Yes.
eat.
And I had to pick them up off the eggs and
Make them
'em
eat. And then they would go back after they...
And after the chicks hatch, they make excellent mothers. They're really good at raising the.
Yeah, and a lot of times the mamas are absolutely just terrible. No matter what kind of chicken it's going to be, except for Silkies, you're probably going to have an issue with the mother being not the best mother at all. But Silkies are awesome. They don't they won't just go off in the mud the day they hatch.
They're great mothers.
Yeah, I guess it's just because they're calm chickens in general.
Yeah.
They're not gonna run off like most little other
Yeah.
kind of chickens will.
Yeah, they're not big explorers. They just kind of chill.
And in that saying that they're chill, they are, I would say, more prone to predators.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
They are probably are. And plus, too, that booth hinders their eyesight. Polish to me are the
Sure,
same way.
yeah.
Anything can walk up behind them because they really can't see behind. And they can't hear as well either because of all that fur. It looks like fur, but it's some feathers.
And that's one reason we don't let hers free range.
Right.
They are always in a covered run when they're outside
Mm-hmm.
because they're not, they listen for the rooster to tell them when danger's near.
Right.
And they're just not,
Yeah, they're not, and
they can't see above them like a normal chicken can.
And plus, too, in a normal chicken yard with Rhode Island Reds and barred rocks or whatever, they're going to get picked on
That's
because
right.
they're on the bottom end of the totem pole because they're so docile.
Well, y'all think of this. If we had 10 of our laying hens from outside, from just that lives down there at the coop,
Right.
how many of them would sit like this?
One.
1 out of 10. So
And
what does
it
that
would-
tell you?
It would probably be like a neck and neck or something.
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
Something that's a heritage breed,
Yeah.
probably. It would probably be Ono's our Yokohama, and she's actually sitting
She's
on
fairly
eggs.
broody, yeah.
But
the hybrids are not very broody.
No, and they're bred for not brooding.
Yeah, they bred that out of them because the hybrids are bred to lay eggs and not stop.
But this is true temperament of a silky.
Yeah, this is it right
Yeah,
here. For the
she
most
just sits
part, they're
here.
like this. Yeah.
They're not real flighty birds. They're
They're-
not.
They're by far the most. I mean, they're the best pet chicken for a child you could have.
Yes.
There's no doubt.
You could put this chicken in your purse and
Yeah.
it wouldn't mind.
They don't make very much noise.
You could strap a tail on it and some ears, and you could tell somebody, "This is my new dog," and because they're so fluffy, they look like a dog.
They
And
are so
calm,
fluffy.
just
They're
calm.
So calm. Now, here's a question that I've been asked a lot. Where can we get them? Where can I get a Silky? I was seeing Marycarl Silky. Where can we get one of these chickens?
And also,
You
can I buy some of Marycarl's?
Can I buy some of Marycarl's?
You can order Silkies from pretty much any hatchery.
Yes.
It's up 90% of the time. They're not going to be bearded, but you have a 50-50 chance. We ordered some from Ideal Poultry once. That's my oldest crew of Silkies I have at the moment. And I think that 5 of them were bearded and the other 5 were not. And that's what you're going to get. You could have 10 beardeds and 2 non-bearded. Or it could be just the opposite. You really don't know what you're going to get unless it says only bearded,
Yeah.
only non-bearded.
And another independent hatchery that we have used and we are impressed with is who? It's in our state.
They sells nothing but Silkies.
Oh, Alabama Silkies?
Alabama Silkies.
They are amazing birds. They are just beautiful.
And he does sell live birds. I don't think you can ship live birds, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, I mean, you
might
could
have to
check
go to
their
his website.
website.
He sells hatching eggs, though.
Alabama Silkies.
And they're NPIP certified, and they are championship bloodlines. So if you're into that, showing them and that kind of thing, that's who I would check out for sure is Alabama Silkies. Now, Tractor Supply will get them, too.
Yes, they'll get non-bearded 90% of the time, non-bearded. But I have 2 from them, and they are not the prettiest chicken, but the babies are beautiful. It's probably because of my rooster. I have a rooster named Emu, and he is one of the craziest looking birds I have.
He
He is
crazy
a
looking.
showgirl, and he's paint coloration, which means white with black dots. And he is not the most friendliest chicken we have, but he's not mean.
He's not aggressive. He's just not friendly.
He just
He's
doesn't want to
just
be
a
held
rooster.
and cuddled, and
I mean, that's just roosters.
he's just
Yeah.
doing his job.
Yeah, I mean, he's protecting and wanting to have some baby chicks.
That's right. So, I mean, in that aspect, he's doing his job. You're not going to too much get a rooster that's real cuddly.
Nah,
and,
you're not. The hens, though, on the other hand, are just like baby dolls.
I mean, I know that that's their temperament, but when Marycarl said, "Mama, can I bring a Silky to the podcast?" I thought this is going to not go over real well. How you going to hold a chicken? But this thing has not moved.
No, it's not gonna move. It's not gonna move at all.
I mean, can you tell when they're babies if they're bearded or not?
Semi. It's kind of tough.
They have a larger bump on their head, but half the time that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And also, I can somewhat tell if it's a hen or the rooster. It just depends on their comb, but it's not the best way of telling.
It's really hard to tell. And getting back to where you can get them, almost any of your hatcheries are going to have them. McMurray, Ideal, Cackle, Mount Healthy,
Right.
all of
McMurray.
them. They all should have Silkies. And then also check Facebook pages, because you'll be surprised that there may be a Silky breeder in your area and you didn't know it.
I don't think you can sell on Facebook.
No, but they could have like a Silky page.
Yeah, and you could contact through that. But even though, Cheryl's beautiful and Marycarl thinks this is one of her most beautiful chickens, probably because she's bearded, the bearded part has nothing to do with their temperament.
No, it's still going to be a Silky.
It's still going to be sweet. It's still going to be calm. It's still going to be motherly. So don't let that scare you away. I mean,
Right.
just because it may not, be fully feathered
That's
around
right.
its face, it's still a calm, docile breed that's good for children.
That's right.
Or elderly or anybody in between.
Anybody in between. They're super, super calm and very friendly.
Also, another place we've had good luck with Silky hatching eggs is Indigo Egg, and I have one Silky from them, and her name is Bobby, after the owner, Bobby Porto. It's a splash. I'm not sure if it's the hen or the rooster. It's
Looks like a hen
Beard.
to me.
It's beautiful.
yeah,
It
its
is
hen
beautiful.
it's
It's hen.
its hair, like that part. I call it hair.
It looks
But-
like hair.
Its hair or crest is so big that I cannot tell.
Beautiful.
And what Silkies and Polishes do is their crest is so big that they have a little tick where they go
Mm-hmm.
like every
They
second.
do. They do that a lot.
And Bobby and Blondie, which is my Polish, and Bobby's my Silky, do that all the time.
All the time.
It's just a little
Just a
shake.
Just like a woman with some big hair. She throws her hair back like that.
And Marycarl likes to brush her silkies.
Yes, I recently brushed not April, Cheryl today.
And you said you bathed her. So what do? You got some chicken shampoo?
Yes, I use an all-natural herbal shampoo, and I believe the brand is Green Goo.
Green goo.
But you can scrub it with an old toothbrush, but I didn't do that. I just rub them, and I fill the sink up with about that much water, like 2 inches or 1.5 inches full of water. And then when I start rinsing them, I drain it and just let the water go down. And if they have stuff stuck in their hair, I have to cut it out.
I got you.
Feathers.
I'll
Right.
tell you something funny. Is yesterday she asked me if she could bathe a couple of her silkies because it had rained, and the ground this time of the year is not exactly green
Right,
grass,
right.
so it rained and some dirt and mud had gotten on the silkies, and she didn't like that, and so I said, well, sure. I said, when we finish this schoolwork, you can bathe your silkies. Well, I look out the window. Here comes Marycarl with our little gorilla cart.
That's a wagon.
And she has a cat carrier in the gorilla wagon. And our driveway, as if you've seen the videos, when you get up towards the house, it's going up a hill. And it would kind of be hard for me to pull that wagon with a cat carrier with a few silkies in it. And so I kind of got a good chuckle out of it. And I thought, I wonder if I could get my camera quick enough. It would have been a good video if I would have. But so I watched her for a minute. She pulled it up to the front sidewalk and opened up the cat carrier and put the silkies in her arm. And in she went.
That's
I
funny.
didn't want to have to carry them the whole way because they were nasty and wet.
Well, I thought that was brilliant of you.
That was brilliant
She
of
got
you.
it all by herself. She got the wagon, she got the cat carrier, she put the silkies in, and then she bathed them. And I helped none.
I'll tell you something funny. I think is that when Marycarl gets the Grubterra, and there's one Silky named Brainy, and Brainy is extremely smart, hence the name Brainy. Brainy can see that Grubterra bag like 5 miles away. He's she's all boy, and she knows it before the rest of them do. But it is crazy that she sees them Grubterra treats and knows that bag instantly.
The rest of them only know it when I open it.
Yes, not Brainy.
Brainy's a
Brainy knows that Grubterra bag.
Brainy is super duper smart.
Extremely smart.
Well, I've noticed that when I go down to fill up waters and feeders, that I mean, none of the other ones even want to come out. That's their home.
Yeah.
Well, Brainy comes out and goes about 10 foot and then turns around and comes back.
She does.
And goes back up. And I always just find that a little bit funny. I never have to call her to come back up. It's just like, that's what she does.
Funny.
And I have another little escape artist. Her name is June. And June is my porcelain. She's more of a buff with a little blue on her tail. But I guess you'd consider it porcelain. She when we had them in the dog kennel, we used to have them in an old dog kennel. Now my ducklings are in it. But now we have them in a new run that I got from my birthday or Christmas. And so she can't escape out of this, thankfully.
She can't escape out of new one.
Yeah,
at all.
But it got to a problem because she did it so much.
Yeah.
And we never could find where she was getting
I can't
out.
figure out where she's getting out.
One day I go down there, June's out. Turn around, 5 minutes later, she's back up. I can't figure it out. Then I'll go back down there like a week later, and I see her scooting out of the tiniest hole. It was like this big.
Really?
And June is Cheryl's size.
Well,
And-
true enough, she's all feathers and not
They
a
are
whole
all
lot
feathers.
of,
Yes.
when they're wet. Oh,
They
boy.
look totally different.
I did get a peek at some of those she was bathing today, and they weren't very pretty when they were wet.
They're not very pretty when they're wet at all.
But they sat through that bath, and Marycarl had towels ready, and she towel dried them off and made sure they had a heat source to keep them.
We've even blown dry them, and they just stand there.
Well, I volunteered to blow dry them while after she washed them. So who was it that I took?
May.
I took May to the bathroom and turned the hairdryer on, and she just had a fit.
But May is a sizzle, right?
Yes.
So she's not like a Silky. She's not like this.
She is actually just a mixed breed that I use for
Right.
the silky feathers to
Right.
get some frizzled offspring.
I got you.
You can use anything that's really
you need to hit your back.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you do.
And we're back.
You can really use what was I talking about?
April.
Use her to get the feather gene, the flip out feathers.
Oh, you can really use any kind of frizzled chicken to get the flipped out feathers. But if you want a show quality bird that's going to bring you all those silky sizzled lines, you have to use a Cochin frizzle.
Got you. Did
But-
you know that?
No,
I didn't either.
I'm
But
learning as I go.
May is very small, and Tony is actually her father.
Oh.
And April
Didn't
is her
know that.
mother.
I did not
April
know
is
that.
funny looking.
And Tony is our Sarama, and that's the world's smallest chicken.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring Tony to the show.
Well, he's not going to sit here. I can tell you
He's
that.
gonna be like,
Yeah, he's a little wiggle worm, but he could stay for about
He
5
could stay. He
minutes.
could stay for a little bit.
You know how
Sally
those men are.
could.
They can't sit still.
Oh yeah, we'll have to bring Sally too.
Oh,
We'll-
Sally, she's got
we'll make
shaky
this-
legs,
yeah,
you know.
We'll make this a good. I like this. I think people enjoy it too.
Talking about different
Yeah.
breeds of chickens
I think
and
so.
see how long they'll sit.
So long they'll see it.
What else about Silkies, Marycarl? Their
They-
eggs are supposedly different tasting.
Yeah, I don't really know if that's true.
I don't believe that one myself.
But we have a customer that buys eggs from us locally, and she is Vietnamese.
And she loves the Silky eggs.
Yes, she calls them silver eggs. She says, "Silver eggs. I want silver eggs. My son, come pick them."
Yeah, she thinks that they're well, she's from that area,
Right.
and so you know that's their
Yeah, that's yeah,
their culture to want to eat eggs from that
that
area,
breed. Yeah.
and that's what she chooses to want to eat. And Marycarl don't want to give those up very often.
No,
she
she don't.
hatches most of them. But
Yeah,
We don't eat
I
many
don't know if
Silky
we ever
eggs.
said why we couldn't sell hatching eggs. I don't think we said that part.
No, we didn't.
We probably didn't. We can't sell hatching eggs because we are not MPIP certified yet.
Which means testing for avian influenza
Right.
yearly to make sure your flock does not have any
Correct.
disease.
So legally, we cannot ship hatching eggs.
That's right.
Whatsoever.
In the mail.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's why we don't do it. We do plan to do that in the
Yep.
future. And right now, Marycarl just hatches them all.
That's right. Just hatches them
And
all.
until we tell her to stop, she
and hoards them.
hoards them up.
And then the ones that I don't particularly like go to a new home.
Go to a
That's
new
right.
home.
That's right. Actually, the ones that got bathed today are in a trough in the house because we wanted to make sure they were absolutely dry before they
That's
go back
right.
outside. And the weather's warm enough right now for them to
it's
go back
crazy
outside,
weather.
but you know, she wants them to be good and
That's right.
good and
It's
comfortable.
warm enough to have ducklings and goslings outside.
It is.
It is. It's
Baby
warm.
ones. Baby
It is
ones.
Yeah.
warm. And they're talking about like maybe possibly 8 degrees one day next week.
I don't
so-
want to. I don't want to think about that.
It's
I live in
crazy.
Alabama
It's
for a reason,
crazy.
and it ought to be that way.
It's
you know?
crazy. Yeah.
So I think that people will enjoy, and let us know if I think kids will enjoy.
I think so.
Watching about Silkies. It's a very good. Don't make it as hard as it seems to find one.
It is a great.
It's a great breed. If you look, they can be found. Silkies.
They can be found.
You know, it sounds like, oh, I'd never find one of those.
Yeah.
Well, they're really, they're not a dime a dozen, but they can be found.
They can be found.
But for a beginner that wants pet chickens, not layers, Silkies are the best,
The
pet
best.
chicken.
And
Yeah.
you can always
have.
pick up a styrofoam incubator,
Mm-hmm.
even if you hadn't ever hatched any chicks.
Right.
What are they? $40 or $50 for a
If you-
styrofoam? You don't have
we
to have
can
the
get on the
best.
subject of incubators, but I will say this, and I've had probably 5 people contact me in the last few months saying they had a terrible hatch rate, blah blah blah, and all 5 of them had the Little Giant incubator. So we had the Little Giant styrofoam incubator, and we had the same issue. The temperature doesn't stay.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't.
can get the cheapest GQF styrofoam incubators about $65, and to me it's worth that extra money. That Little Giant you probably can get probably at $35-$40
Yeah.
bucks. It's not a good incubator. I mean, it would get you by, but it's not a very really good incubator.
Yeah, and
But-
it's so educational to me to
It
watch
is.
a chick hatch. The first time that we ever did it, geez, I was an old lady and I enjoyed watching every time they hatch.
Right.
I enjoy watching
Yes.
it. So,
It is.
as for letting your kids see what comes out of an egg,
Yep.
if you don't eat it, if you let it, if it's fertile and you let your rooster,
And even the
You know what I'm
process
saying.
through candling it, showing the different stages of it, it's really cool.
It
it's
is
really, really cool.
It's really educational, and everybody needs to know where their food comes from, where animals come
Mm-hmm.
from, and therefore, I don't think that you could even live in the city and have a problem with the Silky.
No, you wouldn't. As long as you didn't have a rooster,
As long as you didn't.
Yeah, you would be fine.
And then you would. I shouldn't say that because you wouldn't know till it was 6 months old or so if it crowed, and then you'd be heartbroken if you had to get
you would
rid
be
of it. And
heartbroken.
it was
You-
so. If you bought a
would-
full-grown hen, that
Yeah.
would probably be the way
you
to
could
go.
get a young pullet and know if it was a female or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you can buy them sexed. You
Yeah,
can buy chicks
that's
already
right.
sexed.
That's right. You can do that too.
Go in with a couple of friends. You might have to order 15, but this friend can have 5. This friend
Yep.
can have 5. And,
That's right.
and chicks are, they don't always all make it. And so that part's a learning experience too.
Yep.
You can do everything right and something still
Something
can go
still-
wrong.
Yep.
I was candling an egg today, and I had like 5
Was
of
it a
them.
gosling?
No.
No.
It
Just
was
wondering.
a duck egg that a turkey was sitting on.
No.
But I got rid of all the unfertile ones.
Thank goodness. It's like a ticking time bomb under there, wasn't it?
I'm glad she
Those
did
things
it.
can explode in any minute.
And so I was candling them. Some of them had a little tiny dot with little veins. The next one I candled had a little tiny baby in it with veins. And the next one I candled was pink and I could see the little heart beating
Oh,
in it.
cool.
And normally you can only do that with a duck egg. I'm not sure why. But it is so cool when you can see their little heart beating.
That is cool.
And what we're talking about with candling is once an egg reaches 7-10 days old,
Yeah.
wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
You could do it at 3 days and see if it's getting veins.
See
Yeah.
if it's fertile. But to see some something that
Cool.
you would be, you could take a flashlight and we'll have to do that one night.
We'll have to bring
Maybe
some in
we-
here. Maybe in the next podcast
We
do
could
that.
show a
Yeah.
fertile egg, but you don't have to have a candler. It took us,
We used a cell phone.
we didn't get a candler until a year
Last
ago.
year, yeah.
So, you can take a flashlight that has a head on it about like that, and you stick it under the egg, and you turn your lights off, and you will see little
Yeah,
veins.
you can
and
see it.
possibly a little chick or a little duck or gosling moving around.
And if you wanted a candler, they're only like $7-8.
Yeah, they're not
very
very,
expensive.
and that allows you to set the egg
Yeah.
on top of it, and you don't have to worry about holding it and all that. But it's a really cool.
It is super cool.
It is.
It is really, really cool.
I don't think it ever gets old. With,
I don't think so.
With candling an egg and seeing.
Because sometimes with a black little bird inside of it, you can see the black coloration on
And
It
them.
that's
is.
cool.
It is really cool.
Sometimes in a white egg, you can see the colors that the chick's gonna be.
Wow.
Yeah, especially when it gets close to that 21-day mark.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
that's how long it takes to hatch a chick.
A
Some-
duck is 28.
Well, it kind of depends on the breed, too.
Kind of depends on the breed. Because we
Yeah.
had some call ducks. No, those East Indies were 24 days, weren't they?
Yep, 25, 24 days.
So, chicken is what?
21.
Uh-huh.
then-
Ducks are mainly 28.
Yeah, that's what I think of as 28.
Geese.
Geese and Muscovies are 30. Turkeys 30. Peafowl
Emus.
probably 30.
Emus are on up around
It's-
64.
Yeah, it's crazy. Emu egg is a long time.
I think emus are 64 days.
Is it 64 days?
Yeah.
But it's amazing to me how the difference in
Yeah.
critters are different in hatch days. Well, Marycarl, she's wanting to
Yep.
take Cheryl with her, and we enjoyed you.
We did.
We hope you'll come back.
I will.
All right, Cheryl, you're off the hook, and you got the cord, Marycarl. It's around her wing.
got the cord.
Cheryl says she's going to sleep good tonight.
Cheryl said she want to put them headphones on and get up here and talk.
Cheryl, you were a good girl.
I hear you, Cheryl.
All right. Thank you, Marycarl. I know y'all probably always enjoy her more than you do Jason or me, so we're going to try to get her a little bit longer segment. And
That was a pretty long one there.
It was.
She was in there 30 minutes.
y'all, she enjoys
She
it.
does enjoy it.
She's knowledgeable, as you can tell, but her passion is birds, and when you're talking about something that you enjoy, you just let time get away from you.
Right.
So I hope that children can learn, and I hope, people will want to listen to what she has to say, because she doesn't call herself an expert, nor do we, but, if anything out there we can help y'all with, we'll be more than happy to do so.
Yep. We try to answer questions as best we can.
Right. So I'm thinking that we will continue with the question and answer and then the recap.
On Mondays.
People had some more questions, which is good.
Yep.
So keep those coming.
Yep.
What else did we have going on?
I did want to bring the giveaway back up.
Okay.
Just to let people know that we did hit 100,000 subscribers on our main channel. This is kind of odd. I had somebody comment on the podcast Monday saying that they didn't like this format. They liked our old videos, the old way we did it. And we're like, look, we got 2 channels. So we do have 2 channels. This isn't the main channel. So just wanted to put that out there. We do have 2 channels. And on our other channel, we're giving away, got a big giveaway. And I think most of y'all probably know it. But if not, we're giving away, got a big giveaway. Just a lot of prizes. I'm not going to go through all the prizes we're giving away.
But will you put a link down below?
I'll put a link down below. It's just our website. If you go to our website, coghillfarm.com, the giveaway is the first thing you see. I try to make it as easy as possible. Even though we had a little technical difficulty to get started, we got it going out. I still having some of y'all saying, oh no, I think I entered more than once. That's completely okay.
You don't have any better chance than anybody
No,
else, because that will be just thrown out.
It's
You can
going to
only
be thrown
enter
out.
one time.
Yep.
So
Yep. The extra votes are just our extra entries are just to be culled away. So don't worry about if you entered more than one time.
But we will do that in a video announcement.
I think what we'll do is, because it's going to be so many winners, just be on the lookout for an email from us I don't think we ought to just sit down and
Oh,
announce
no.
all the
Nobody
winners.
wants to hear
Yeah.
who all won.
So we'll just send y'all an email. The last day is Saturday to get in it. And remember, there's 2 entries. You enter on ours, and right below that is the way to enter for the 5-tier green stalk planter. So if you just enter on ours, you're not going to get in the green stalk planter giveaway. So you have to enter twice. And you'll see that all on the website is clearly there, our form, and right below it, the green stalk button. So you'll see it. It's very, very easy.
And there have been a couple of people asking, I don't see how to enter. Well, I bet if you go back and you look again, you'll figure it out, because when I looked at it, I saw how to do it, and
Yeah.
I am just not very talented when it comes to
Right.
knowing how to enter things and
And
computer savvy, I guess is what I would say. But it was so easy that I could have done it.
Yes,
So
and I try to make it. I got arrows pointing. I got green stalk giveaway, and I got all right. So it's very, very easy.
it is. You just might have to take a second look
Yeah.
to, figure it out if you're having a problem. But before you send us a inquiries to, I can't see how to enter. It's there.
It's all
easy,
there.
and it can be done. I hope everybody has just wonderful luck, because
I do too, because we're just 20 winners, so
that's pretty good odds.
it's pretty good odds. One more thing is, I don't know if you guys saw the video that came out yesterday about the broccoli, but I just can't tell you how happy I am about this broccoli.
Jason told me today, he said, can we have another dish this week with broccoli? Because it's looking good.
Y'all, it is 3 times bigger. That video, we shoot our videos on Saturday and Sunday, and then I edit them through the week and get them put out on Wednesday and Saturday. And that, I looked today, and y'all, that broccoli looks like a tree.
You know why? Because it rained.
It is.
It rained again, and so the heads on it are just about double as to what we showed
They
y'all on the
really
weekend.
are.
And that recipe that Jason included in the video, it is wonderful, and it is so easy, and it can be cooked on the stove or in the Instapot, and y'all got to try it. Your kids are going to love it.
I had 4 people today send me messages several different types of ways. All 4 of them were Instapot rookies. 2 of them hadn't even opened their Instapot yet because they just got it.
And they were going to try it.
That's the first one they're going to try, was that recipe.
It's easy. I mean, and this is the crazy part.
And this was broccoli and cheddar cheese soup.
You set the time to 0
Yeah.
and mash start. And if you have an Instapot, you know what I'm talking about. You're just going to go to time 0 start, and then it releases that steam, and you let that sit there. I can't remember what the time was, but it was little or nothing. 5 minutes,
5
maybe?
minutes. It just builds up pressure and then releases it, and it's done.
So the biggest part of it was chopping up the broccoli
Mm-hmm.
and chopping up the carrots. And the rest of it is just pour and dump, and then you're going to eat it, and you're going to eat it, and you're going to eat it, and you might want to double it.
Yeah, I would double it because it lasted a day.
And Marycarl, she loves it. She asks for it for dinner once a week.
Yep.
And the fresh broccoli just made it that much better.
It is awesome. It was awesome. Matter of fact, one of the ladies that sent me a message today said that she's been so against it, but her family bought her one, but she still thinks she ought to cook it the old-fashioned way. And I told her, I said, look, you're going to love that Instapot when you use it. I'm telling you, because we were the same way.
Yes, for the longest time, I was just like, I can't use this thing. And, I was scared it was going to blow up, or I was scared something was going to happen. But Marycarl's gotten to where she says, Mama, can we have something other than something in the Instapot? Because it's so easy. And Instapot is not a paid sponsor for
No,
Cog Hill
they
at
need
all.
to be.
They need to be. Y'all get on board. Call
Instapot,
us.
call me.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous how much I use the thing because it's so easy. There'll be
It's
days
so
when
easy.
we don't get finished with school until late in the afternoon. And if I don't have anything planned, I can say, hey, I have this, this, and this, and I'm going to throw it in the Instapot. And 5 minutes later, we got dinner.
You literally made broccoli and cheddar soup in 5 minutes.
Besides the cutting up and
Besides
stuff,
cutting
it
up.
was 5 minutes.
That was it.
And it tasted, I know y'all know who Panera Bread is. It tasted like Panera Bread, but 10 times better.
Better.
It was way better.
It was way better.
And you could, kind of tweak that to your liking as far as the spices are concerned. But y'all do it the way recipe calls for the first time, and then decide what you want to do
Then you
different.
can tweak it if you want to.
Because I like it just the way it is.
But getting back to the broccoli, I want to tell you guys, I have tried to grow broccoli for years and have failed. But this year I got it. And I just want you guys to know that you don't always hit a home run every single time. That sometimes you're going to mess up. Sometimes it's not going to work out. But just keep on trying and eventually you'll get it.
That's right. That's prime example. There's
Prime example.
many times in my life where I've wanted to throw the towel in, and you just keep trucking sometime, and good things come in the end.
I mean, I come this close to not planting it this year because it don't ever work. But
It
did
does
this year.
now.
It does this year. I know
And it will next year.
And I know some people are gonna go, well, what was the difference? Well, I'm better at starting seeds for one. I've gotten really good at seed starting. That's one. And every year I'm a better gardener. Just in general, I'm a better gardener. And the variety. This is Green Magic is the name of the broccoli that comes from Hoss Tools. It is a broccoli that's perfect for our climate.
I was going to say that might not be perfect for Oregon or...
It may not be. I mean, that may be something that you may have to just figure out like I did. But this broccoli is perfect. I'm in 8A. I know it works well in 8B. I'm sure it works well in Zone 9.
That's what I like about Hoss is they have options for your zones.
They have a lot of options.
And it's not like that with every seed company.
They have a lot of
options.
options.
Seeds are not universal. I mean, what grows here, it's not going to grow well, say, somewhere else.
Right.
And you need to know your zone, and you need to figure out what's going to grow well in your area.
And they will help you.
And they're willing to help.
They will help you.
I mean, yeah, they're a big company, but they're not so big that they can't
Yeah.
reach out to you and willing to give you a helping hand and say, hey, this is what you need.
Super great folks.
This is what you need.
Super
But
great
Hoss
folks.
has been good to us, and
Very
if
good to
y'all will
us.
use the code COGSquad21,
What's that get you?
a free pack of zucchini seeds,
Golden
Delight.
Our favorite zucchini seed. And if you use our link, and I'll put it down below as well, if you're interested in any Hall stuff, if you use our link that I include, we get a small commission. Doesn't cost you anything, and it just helps us out tremendously.
Marycarl gets more Silkies the more Hoss that you order. So if Marycarl was here, she'd say, buy from Hoss.
Oh my gracious. Oh my gracious, that's funny.
That worked out.
That
didn't
worked out, didn't it?
But I think we'll be back doing this before we know it.
Yep, we will, because we're doing 2 a week now. And so we'll see y'all on the next podcast on Monday, but it should be a normal vlog because we have 2 channels.
Send us some questions. Let us know what you want to know, what you want to hear, what you want us to do more of,
Yes.
what I can do better, what Jason can do better, on and on and on and on. And we'll try to get it addressed. If we don't give up. Keep
That's
trying.
right. Keep trying. Keep trying. All right, guys, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be
Y'all
good.
be good. That wasn't
It was
synchronized.
close. Hey, guys. Thanks for watching the podcast. I hope you like these podcasts. And if you have not seen our main channel, our vlogging channel, check it out right over here. And I put a couple of videos over here that I think you may like. Y'all be good.